Hey there, what's going on, my friends? It's Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. And this morning, we're going to be doing what we always do, my friends. We interview our clients on this show and hear about their experience going through our curriculum, starting our challenge and launching their business. And what their goals are, why they started. This morning's no different. With that being said, please help me welcome to the Wake Up Legendary show for the very first time, Amber and Julius. Good morning, y'all. How are you?
Hi.
Morning. We're
Good
doing
morning.
good. Thank you.
Good. Thanks.
You guys are cute. No worries. Thanks for coming on. You guys are calling in from Southern California. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yep.
the
Okay.
LA area.
Okay, LA area sounds good. Well, all the way over on the. Thank you for getting up early for me. I don't know if this is early
No
uh,
problem. Thank you.
for you guys or not, but so tell me and us sort of why you guys got started in this in the first place. What sort of led you here? What was your motivation? What is your why and reason for doing this?
Um, it kind of started. Our son started having some health issues,
Mm-hmm.
and became unable to basically hold down a normal job. So Julius was doing like research, trying to find that like perfect stay at home kind of job or things I could do. That like from either from the hospital whenever he was in there and stuff like that, trying to find something. So because I'm one of those people that always like to contribute to the home. I've always worked my whole life, and it felt so weird for me to not contribute, even though taking care of our family is contributing.
Mm-hmm.
um in this day and age, it's kind of hard to not have a double income sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what kind of started off the journey, and Julius was actually the one that found you.
Okay.
Yeah. So I saw one of your ads or one of the ads on Facebook, clicked on it, um, joined, did the 15-day challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And with health issues and just life in general, it took about 2 months to go through that. But once we did, I mean, we were sold on it.
Mm-hmm.
It was something that really intrigued us of being able to be on our own schedule, do things
Mm-hmm.
the way that we feel is correct for us
Mm-hmm.
versus having to, do what other people want to do and having, always punch a clock and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so in July of last year, we took the plunge and we created our company. Um, and basically started from there, started making funnels, going through the reviewing the 15-day challenge, and kind of going there, joining Decade in a Day several times, just to keep getting up to speed on that. Listening to your $1 million or million mindset audio
Mm-hmm.
in that, which was very helpful as well. So thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's just something that we're working it in for doing it, but it kind of became a life of its own after we started, just because of the health issues with our son going to the hospitals and things like that. It was pretty much that the niche picked us.
Yeah,
Um,
we actually kind of had to restart
yeah.
because our niche changed. We just decided to kind of devote everything to health and wellness,
Mm-hmm.
and teaching people about caregiver burnout and
Mm-hmm.
how to take care of yourself, as well as helping chronically ill people and children, people, just because that became our life.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of, once that happened, we saw the difference in our passion, because it was our true passion, because it revolved around something that was true and dear to our heart.
Mm-hmm.
And the Jurassic Mom, just like that, really just became, instead of trying to sell things, we became about the blogging and the informative, and really just trying to be more of a health and wellness and helping other people instead of helping ourselves, kind of a thing. And I think that's when it like turned around for us, and like just became about our family and how we could help other families dealing with the same thing that we're dealing with.
Hmm. Yeah. No, that's very powerful and certainly something that I'm familiar with. Looking to try to turn your mess into a message, and your struggles into some sort of a strength, and of course, if you can turn that into a business. So talk a little bit about what how uh, this Jurassic Mom, and I know this is a brand that's kind of early in its stages for you, and you guys are dealing with a lot of personal stuff going on in your life as well. So talk to us about what specifically are there people out there like you? Are there people who uh, feel isolated or alone and have this problem of not uh, you know knowing um, what resources are available, or whatever, if they are a caregiver? Part of it is passion, part of it is a bit of market research, right? And you have to kind of figure out how to speak to people, and so talk to us a little bit about where you are in that process, and what are kind of some of your challenges that you're having, and also what are some of the early payoffs that have you so excited.
Do you want to kind of go with that one? I mean, you're like my tech guy, so
yeah. So pretty much, I mean, we've been for the last year, we've been trying across all the social medias just to see where we really were getting a response from. And it turned out that Facebook, YouTube are probably our biggest ones so far. Um, and we do get some on TikTok, but we decided a couple months ago to primarily focus on Facebook first, rather than trying to cover the whole gambit. Just
Mm.
focus on one, get the following, and go from there. Because up until a few months ago, we weren't really getting any followers, even though we were posting every day. We were doing a lot of things,
Hmm.
but it would be more of friends or family only, and not
Yeah.
really reaching out. So once we switched and just started focusing mainly on Facebook, we started going into the groups, doing chat rooms, sharing our story, sharing our information. And now I believe we have over 300 followers
Hmm.
just in the last few weeks
Mm.
than what we had for the last year.
Yeah.
Um, One of the things that really sparked things for us was back in September. Um, for my day job, I was at a trade show locally,
Uh-huh.
and there was a company there that did 3D printing. While we were in the hospital with our son and a lot of other patients, the kids there, they loved getting little 3D printed figures.
Mm.
So we saw the joy and everything that they did, and when I saw that, it was something that we wanted to um, try to share that joy as well.
Hmm.
also bring home that for our son too, because he hasn't been able to
Mm.
go to school. And
Mm.
so we thought that if he could, like almost like an art therapy, if we could maybe
Mm.
somehow bring that home, it would help him feel like he was useful as well.
Hmm.
And so
So while I was
yeah.
there, I was talking with the company there, just trying to get some information about it, what it's like, how hard it is or easy, and shared my story. And they ended up gifting us a brand new 3D printer.
Hmm.
No charge. They just said, "Hey, here's one that we have here at the show, and if you would like to take it home, all we ask you to do is share pictures and videos with us, and it's yours." So we did.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing when he called me, because it's like an industrial printer.
Hmm.
And it our son just like lit up. It was just amazing to see him and the excitement. And we go to the ER a lot. We're in the hospital a lot. So he started printing and putting them in little Ziplocs and sticking them in his bag. And he just to watch him, like, even though he was hurting, it gave him joy to try and either cheer up a nurse or cheer up some other kid who was feeling off or just even sick, and it gave him purpose too.
Mhm.
And so that it just kind of like it's like it warms your heart because other people believe in you too. And just that, they care about your journey and your son's journey, even though, they've never met them before. And
Mhm.
so for us, that was really
Indeed.
beautiful for us. And
Sure. That does sound like a
yeah,
beautiful experience and a wonderful gift. Did you take some of, did you create content with that, or how did that play a
we
role
did.
in your
And we
online
asked
business?
We did, and we asked their permission. So we have pictures with them. We have their website on our website, and we, willing to promote their company because they were so generous. And we are in that process of they are wonderful. If we have a question about printing, we just email them, and they will tweak our program for us for printing and help us troubleshoot everything. So it's been a really wonderful process with them as well. It wasn't just a one and done. They're on our journey with us, helping our son, you know, figure this
Mm.
out. And it's been really beautiful to see our son. He donated some really large prints that we've had done to his physical therapy and occupational therapy um, place, because he has a condition called functional neurological disorder, and there's not many places that treat that condition.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of this one place in Southern California that he goes to. There's kids just like him who are either struggling to walk or they have seizures because of it. And so he donated some prints to them because they are helping him so much. And
Mm.
he wanted to have them help other kids like him. And even that place is letting we're promoting them too, because they're just absolutely amazing. And it's um, it's been so hard, but then at the same time, it's a beautiful journey at the same time, and we're learning so
Yeah.
much about ourselves, and that there's other people out there exactly like us. We're
Yeah.
not alone at all. Um, and you know, uh, my husband does wonderful blogs using all the like chat GBT tools
Mm.
that you guys are, telling us about to use. And
Yes.
um, he's just been it's become my husband's passion project. He is
Yeah.
like the man behind the Jurassic Mom. And
Oh,
so
that's so
it's become
nice.
a journey for him too.
Yeah.
It's hard when you work full time and you don't have that access to being able, like, I get to be there every day, every moment, every doctor's appointment, or when he's in the hospital, I'm there 7 days
Uh-huh.
a week. When he was there for the month, I was there a whole month. So it's
Yeah.
hard for him sometimes to feel like he's actually contributing to our son's care because he's holding down the fort at home and
Right.
to making sure our daughter and my mom are okay at home. And so this has become a passion project for him as well.
Now, is he still
And so
working another full-time job, or are you working a full-time
yes,
job? Yeah.
yeah, he works probably 12-hour days,
Oh my
12 to
gosh.
14-hour days, and
Okay.
on top, and then comes home, and we sit here and try and watch some TV shows to spend some time together, and then we're on laptops in the chat room.
What does he do full time?
He's a customer service manager for a manufacturing company that builds circuit boards for aerospace and medical devices and all kinds of
Okay.
stuff.
Okay, so that's what is primarily, that job is primarily supporting your family as
It
you
is
at,
completely supporting us.
completely supporting your
Yeah.
family. And although, and you're so sweet too, because I heard you at the beginning of the show say you want to contribute financially. That's what it sounded like you were saying when, I mean, my God, it sounds like you're the most amazing mom in the world, there for your kids and taking care of your household, which any one of us who has a household knows that's one of the hardest jobs in the world. not to mention that your son is going through this difficult health journey, and I do know how hard that is because my father was in the hospital last year for 88 days. He had a
Oh my
complicated
goodness.
heart he had a complicated heart surgery. He was only
Okay.
68 years old, so we fully expected
Okay.
him to be in and out in 3 or 4 days. Um, he did finally make it out after 88 days. He is okay now, but we
Right.
were only just a few strings away from losing him, and
Yeah.
so I know what that's like to go and be caring for somebody, and I had never experienced that to that degree before, but I do
Yeah.
know what that's like, how stressful that is. I mean, I'm not a crier. I'm not a guy who
Yeah.
cries a lot, but I can remember crying a few times throughout that process,
It
because
wears
it
you
was so
down.
stressful. It does. It does.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this all makes sense. And your husband here over here is, of course, doing what he can, working 12 hours a day to provide for your family, and but also is such a, wants to provide, wants to protect, wants to plan, wants to do his part. So he's gonna gone above and beyond to try to enhance his skills, and even brought you in to this to where you guys can both talk about it and
Yeah.
communicate about it, and you clearly have been on this path together, and there's been
We
some,
have.
some ups and downs and some pivots and so forth, but here you are trying now to apply these skills in a way that can not only, with the goal of being a profitable business, whether you're doing affiliate marketing, whether you're selling your own courses or coaching, or have your own community, right, for
Yeah.
supporting or being a caregiver, or whatever the specific target customer is. Um, but that's also, there's also a therapeutic value in that for you too, which I
Yeah.
know, and I can relate to, because I often talked about my recovery and so forth over the past 15 years, which actually helped me to stay sober
Yeah.
as I was
Right.
talking about it and helping others. So does that feel like it fits? I mean, I know this is not, it's not probably a thing you do every day, to come on to a podcast and talk in a show live. That's probably intimidating, but am I picking up what you're putting down? Is that pretty much what's going on with you guys? Am I
It
hearing that
is.
right?
Yeah, we're just, it started off kind of like we're gonna sell and we're gonna do this, and then it just became the
Yeah,
animal changed.
life threw you a curveball, right, with this sun
Yeah,
thing, and you had to
it
pivot,
did.
and you
And
had to make
so
the best out of it, and you
we
wanted to follow through, and you have a positive attitude, and you're trying to just, I get it. I see you guys.
yeah,
It's cool.
yeah. And so but everything that we were learning from you was that we were able to use it. So because we were having a hard time doing that content every day, it
Yeah.
became a blog. It ended up becoming this blog that we started and doing, like, over the next 5 days we're going to write, or we're going to show you how to take better care of yourself as a caregiver, and doing some mindful
Mm,
things. And
yeah.
um we just started rolling everything that we were learning from
Yeah, we did.
the
We've done one about chronic pain, and some other subjects as well that we've been dealing with. But a 5 day series. We've even done a 10-week series,
yeah.
as well. Um, and using the tools like the Metro to be able to schedule everything out, have it all going. So
Well,
that way we can
uh,
utilize.
you guys are so sweet. And Julius, you just missed, I think, my, kind of active listening recap back to Amber. I'm not sure if you heard that or not, but I just kind of echoed back what I'm hearing from you guys in terms of just, Amber as a caretaker, as the main caretaker, right? Is just your son's mother, right? She's there. You've got this, this job, customer service manager for this tech company or whatever, and you're 12 hours a day doing that, trying to provide, trying to take care of the household. But you want to be more of a provider. You want to be there with you, but you want to be a provider without sacrificing, having to be away all the time. Is he
Sorry.
okay?
He's not feeling good for some reason.
Okay.
So
Well,
yeah,
it's fine.
he's
He's going through a lot. You guys are going through a lot.
it's so much stress on his plate. I have to say though, his company is absolutely amazing that he works for. They've been so supportive to our son's journey and trying to help make sure that, we have what we need to help take care of him. And so
good for
that's
you.
been helpful.
Well, are you or he getting on any video or doing anything? I say that just because I would love to see you guys, you know, organizing some sort of a community, even taking your blog post and teaching them live. You know,
Okay.
one idea for you guys, because I mean, what are you selling? You got to figure out what you're selling so you can begin to actually deliver value and charge for it. So
Yeah.
one of the things, and he can listen to this recording or whatever, is just
Yeah, of course.
something that would he could implement pretty quickly, because if you guys are really providing a community and connection and facilitation with people that are can relate mindfulness, self-care, and caregiver support.
Yeah.
I think those three things are pretty, teaching those and providing a community support guidance for people who need those things, specifically people who are caregivers, stressed out, working long hours, and low on income, right? You provide them a community to come into. Now, you could begin to charge just a little bit for this community, Amber. One of the things that you all need to listen to remember is that it's harder to lower your prices than it is to raise your prices, right? So if you start at $100 a month for your community, it's hard to bring it down to 50, because then you're devaluing yourself. But if you start at $10 a month, you can always raise it, right?
That's true.
Or even $5 a month.
Right.
Or even $3 a month, because once you have paying customers, you bring people in, and you can then have phone calls with them, get them on phone calls, offer them coaching, offer them events or workshops, even in person. Now, one other so that would be one idea, would be just pitching a community where you're getting people on a subscription and they're paying customers to be a part of a Facebook group or something where there's, they know that it is a truly safe space. You're not going to go on to some public group on Facebook and put something sensitive out there and get a toxic, hateful response. Sometimes the word safe space is kind of misused, but this is truly a space that you're keeping safe because you're facilitating it, right?
Right. That makes sense.
And so that's one thing, is just kind of pitching a front end community, low cost, $5 to $10 a month. The other thing is, you could, for every blog post that your husband wrote, he could take and offer in a live workshop teaching how to implement and explaining the principles in the blog post. So it'd be like you read a blog post, but then how would you like to learn live from the teacher for an hour?
Right.
Who wrote the blog post that you're sitting there reading? So it's sort of a live demonstration, explanation, and Q&A, for $20, for $29, $27, $37.
Right.
Because then once you get those serious customers onto a live webinar, at the
Right.
end, after delivering that value, he can pitch something additional, a coaching program. He can pitch some sort of one-on-one, some sort of, anything else you guys should have. He should have something that is a more one-on-one personalized. I mean, if he just wants to keep it small and as a just, hey, I'm gonna, own my schedule. I'm gonna work from home, and
Right.
I'm not gonna try to be a gazillionaire. I just want to make a living doing this. I want this to be my
And that's
full-time business.
exactly. And that's where we're at. We're not looking to make it rich. We're just looking to
Yeah.
survive a little bit better than we're surviving.
Yeah, supplement.
Yeah.
Good. Well, hey, look, I hope that he can go back, listen to this. Of course,
He definitely
um,
will.
you could share these ideas and talk about it. I hope he feels better, and I hope you too. I hope for you the best 2025, the healthiest,
Thank
most
you.
healing experience for your son in 2025, and prosperity for you and Julius and your whole family in 2025, my friend.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
spending time with me and being such a great sport and being such a supportive
Thank you for
partner.
having us. It's been really wonderful, and we really appreciate you taking the time with us as well.
You're so welcome. You stay legendary, my friend, and I'll talk to you later, okay?
Thank you. You have a wonderful day.
All right, bye-bye. All right, my friends. Of course, you can find and follow and support their journey at the Jurassic Mom on Instagram and Facebook, and just you don't. I saw several comments come through as we were talking about. You don't know people are going through and what's going on and why they're creating the types of content or doing the things that they're doing out on the internet, right? People have a purpose, and it's so cool to hear the behind the scenes story. If you want a free accountability call from us, it's the end of the week. I wanted to offer some of these spots that you could book them here before they fill up for the weekend or next week. If you're looking for additional accountability, we also have an accountability coaching program. We'll certainly tell you about that. If you want to hop on the phone or Zoom with us, we have three of the absolute best coaches in the game, true professionals, true bosses, true just executive level leaders inside of our company before they made the transition to becoming actual uh, uh, accountability mentors and coaches working with our actual clients on a one-on-one basis. But email me at dave@legendarymarketer.com, the word accountability, and I will literally CC you in with one of them, and you can set up a time to have a free accountability coaching call with one of our accountability mentors. I've interviewed every single one of them on the show multiple times. Eric, Bonnie, Dawn, you may have heard them. You may have heard their names around here. You may have met them at one of our events. They've been with our company for many years. These are just incredible people. So take advantage of it. It's free. No pressure to do anything more. We will certainly, of course, always tell you about something if we feel that it's a good fit for you. But many of you have enough information to be dangerous. You've got, notebooks of notes. It's time to execute. It's time to put things into action. And now's a great time to do that, especially as December, if you want to give yourself the best opportunity to have the most successful 2025. Get yourself a plan to stay accountable and consistent with your daily method of operation. That the most important things that you need to do each and every day. What's the system that you're using to identify what those are, and what is the accountability system that you have in place in order to make sure that you get those things done, no matter what, even if you don't feel like it. And in some cases, even if you're not able to do the work yourself, that is what this program is about. It's not just about getting up and, okay, let's make your bed. This is business strategy and accountability. And we have some people that are graduating from there and completing their mentorship program right now. They don't want it to end because it's been such a great experience. That's everybody's feedback. So email me at dave@legendarymarketer.com with the word accountability, and I'll literally CC you into one of our mentors. You can coordinate a call with them, set it up, and I know it will be valuable. And our goal is to always make every interaction with anyone from our team one of the most valuable experiences that you have all year. So email me. We do have an event coming up in January 31st through February 2nd in Austin, Texas. You can go to legendarymarketer.com/enroll, and you can find all the details about that event. You can also join our challenges, find information about our blueprints. My friend, just get involved. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, look, this is not a race. This is not about comparisonitis. This is not about who's doing what. This is not about keeping up with the Joneses. This is a sliver of your life where you're spending time inside of a community to learn some skills that eventually you will be able to go out into the world and use. So fully immerse yourself in this experience for right now to learn these skills that you are going to need for the rest of your life, that are absolutely important to you, like even being relevant on the internet right now and in the world. If you're not going to learn them here, for God's sakes, learn them somewhere. But I just don't think anywhere else has as much fun or is as transparent and just real and just good people as you get right here in Legendary Marketer. So with that being said, have a great weekend, my friends. Happy Friday. Stay legendary. We'll see you back here on Monday for another episode. With that being said, get out of here. Love you all. Peace.